Hi, it is me, Bishop J from Camp Gilgal TV. May God bless you. May God be with you. Community of Camp Gilgal, welcome, welcome, welcome. I love you more. I love you more. May God bless you. May God keep you safe. May God provide for all your need. He is God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, or a great God and or loving God. He sent his only begotten Son to die at the cross of Calvary for us to be saved. That's why we love him, because he loved us first. We glorify his wonderful and mighty name, the Yahweh, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Nissi. God is great and he is good in all the time, and it is his nature. He is a good God. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, the Camp Gilgal TV channel, I kindly request you to subscribe. And once you subscribe to the channel and you like the video, and once you like the video, do not forget to comment. To comment to the section below. There you comment, and we will come back to you to appreciate your comment or to give some light according to what you ask. God bless you, community. And for those who keep watching and supporting the channel, the Camp Gilgal TV channel, by watching the videos, may God bless you. May God keep you safe, and may the Lord provide for all your need. He is a great, great God. Today we are going to share something that is very, very dear to my heart and closer to my heart, and that is sometimes it arrives to make us even to question God. I'm telling you, sometimes when we go through stuff, we arrive to question God. Sometimes you arrive even to ask a question if the Lord did answer your question or even is hearing you. I will tell you this: when you watch the book, or when you read the book of Malachi, in the book of Malachi, when you are reading it, you will arrive to find that the contemporary people in the time of Malachi, they arrive even to question God. Is that they say, the people who are not following you are prospering, and we who are following you, we are not even prospering. They question God on the justice in that matter. How can unbeliever prosper than the believer prosper? When you read it in the book of Malachi, and that question God raised it to the people that were in the time of Malachi, and Malachi has to rebuke them and have to come to talk to them about it. And God says, you will see the difference between the just and unbelievers. You will see the difference. That even in our time right now, sometimes even among the Pentecostal churches and charismatic churches, they arrive to make God is with you according to material prosperity. And once your material prosperity is not good enough, and they will conclude that you do not have God. Most of the time is the case. And once you prosper materially, that one have God. And we don't know if your material is even come in the right way, because we don't know that, but we will end up in that conclusion kind of, because sometimes when you go through tough time, you go through tough situation, question arise, especially when you arrive to do more working or do this and do that. For you, those are not openings at all. Even you talk to people, they promise, but in a time of deliverance, they kind of change their mind and it becomes something else. You arrive to ask yourself a question: what is going on? And my topic will be in that directions. Is in a matter of, I say this is, no matter how great your need may be, God's ability to supply is even bigger. No matter how great your need may be, God's ability to supply is even greater. Now, in this topic, it's not for child play, it's not for somebody to go with it easily. I can assure you. Here we say, no matter how great your need, it is a matter of need. And the matter of need, sometimes it will become a matter of life and death. Sometimes it will become the matter of deal or breaker. Sometimes it will become a matter of you succeeding or not succeeding. Sometimes it will become a matter of you become a failure, because the need that you have can sometimes define you, or can sometimes destroy you or make you alive. Let us not shy away. We are in a world where it is about give and take. We are in a world where it is on economical drive, especially if you live in a bigger cities, as most of the bigger cities in the capitals of all the countries in the world. It is all about money driven, and it is all about working and do. Some people do have work, and the work, but that their work is not good enough to the need they have. It's not good enough to the need they have. And then some people do not have works, and then it becomes even more complicated. And then you have homeless people because they are not homeless because they want to be homeless. It's because they cannot arrive to support or to bring solution or answer to their need. Then they become homeless because they cannot afford to rent somewhere, they cannot afford to buy a house, they cannot afford to pay even their own meals. And then the conclusion is they became homeless. And they became homeless. You may laugh at them, you may do whatever you do. That's your problem. Some people even arrive to sell their bodies. Either they sell their kidneys, either they sell whatever they can sell to have some money to supply for the need of that moment. And tomorrow you remain one kidney. I'm not encouraging people to sell kidneys here. Just listen to me careful. You remain with one kidney, and how you going to sell another one? Because it's finished. You sell another one, you died. That's how it is. And some people, it become humiliation. Sometimes you humiliate yourself to go to ask to beg from one person to the other, and they can give you behind your back, they laugh at you, or they tell other people, he's always begging here. That how this matter is not an easy thing to go. You can go tell somebody, no matter how great your need may be, God's ability to supply is even greater. But you need to walk on the shoe of that person you are telling. For you to arrive to do that, maybe the person has done everything he can do, but he does not. It is sometimes a matter of become not good enough, or you are not even, you find yourself a failure when your kid asks you something you cannot provide. It's not because you don't want, but it is because you don't need it. You don't have it. You do not have an ability to provide. Because for us believers, especially in our charismatic church, we can sing, God is a provider. It's easy to have a mic and crying loud, God is a provider. But did you go to that transit of that road of not having anything, then you want to rely to that God, the provider? Sometimes those people go through that year after years, month after month, day after days. They arrive to question God. They arrive to question God. That pain of going through that humiliation, they arrive to do what? To question God. Ask the farm of the what we call the wife of Job. The wife of Job arise in the morning by looking at his beloved husband and going through that suffering. He said to him, listen here, we have lost all our wealth and we have lost our children and we remain only you and me, and you are no longer even good enough. You are very sick. Just curse that God of yours, and died. That was the solution that they gave to you. That sometimes we can rush to the ability to arrive to say he killed himself. I was a coward. No. Did he have a lot of support around him for him not to arrive to that decision? And that the question you need to ask. And I can assure you something. Help will never come from a tree. Help will always come from human beings. Help will always come from human beings. But if human beings arrive to close their door to you, they close it to your faces. Some of the door that has been closed, it is because somebody told them, close it. We don't want that man, close it. And that is the case when that guy also obeyed the voice of the person told him, no, close that door for him. And he closed the door, or she closed the door for you. And you remain alone, you go through that road, you bank on that door does not give you any hope of being open again. That one, they resort to drastic decisions. No matter how great your need may be, God's ability to supply is even greater. It's a very good topic to say, but it's not easy for the person that got that road. It's not easy. He needs to elevate his faith to that level, and he needs also to elevate his hope. I'm hearing somewhere in one of the interview of one of politician or somebody that I think he was a politician, he said, hope is not something that you need to live with, because you hope and you think tomorrow things will be hunky-dory. You wake up tomorrow, it is still the same things. Still the same things. Hope is not. You need to hope and do something. But when you do something and doors are shuttered, or you go somewhere, countries or whatever, you travel there, you want to stay there, you arrive there, you think things will be okay, and things are no longer okay. You think there will be a sun shining, but it's no longer a sun shining. But you thought that when you travel to settle, it will be a sun shining. Then you turn around, it's no longer a sun shining, it is a darkness. Because you don't even know where you put your feet in it. In the darkness, you don't know where you put your feet there, because you can put your feet on a dynamite. You can put your feet on a stone and break yourself, because it is dark. It's not a sun shining. No matter how great your need may be, God's ability to supply is even greater. Walk that road. There is a verse, or a basic verse is from the book of Ephesians chapter 3 verse 20 to verse 21. Ephesians chapter 3 verse 20 to 21. Matthew Henry says that the Apostle Paul, when he wrote the book of Ephesians, he was in the highest spiritual times with the Lord, and then he penned this book down that was so deep and powerful book that even when you read the scripture of the Ephesians, you arrive to understand the Apostle Paul was in a spiritual realms with the counsel of the Almighty Yahweh. He wrote this, Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20 to 21. Now to him who is able beloved community, listen to me very well. God is always able, and he always will be able to answer us. God is always able. I am not doubting anything here. God is able. Now to him who is able to do super abundantly more than all that we dare ask or think. This is a verse that we cut it a lot in our prayer, which is good things to do. We need to pray according to the scriptures, which is and to remind God about his promises to us. Now, the Apostle Paul said, now is faith, because faith is present. Faith is something that is now. You're living today. You're living now and right now. That is faith. Now, Paul is saying, now to him who is able. That means when you say now, you believe God is able. You believe he is there and listening to you. Even though you don't see him, you believe. That's how it is. Now to him who is able to do super abundantly. Not he will do. To do right now. To do. Not he will do. Super abundantly more than all that we dare ask or think. We dare ask or think. Everything we dare to ask. To dare is to ask is loudly. You ask God, I need money. I need supply. I need provision. That you dare to say it loudly to him. Now, think is what you cannot dare to speak it to volume out, but you're thinking in your mind, because he is the only person, God, he is the only person who can read and study and analyze the mind or the heart of any human beings, believer or unbeliever included, because he is the only one who can do that. That's why Apostle Paul says, now to him who is able to do super abundantly more than all that we dare ask. Sometimes we do not even dare to ask him because we fear of his aura. But because in God's presence there is that aura, there is that power, there is that all of it. We fear to ask, but we think within us. Then you say, according to his power, that is at work within us. That means according to the power of God that is at work within us, to him be the glory. To him be the glory, because he is able to do it. His power is at work on us. Even though we are weak, even though we are tired, even though we run out of idea, even though we are at the end of our reasoning, even though we are at the end of our faith, but that power of him that works within us, it is able to bring up solutions and to bring up ways, even though doors may be closed left and right, even though people don't want to answer your call phone, even though people don't want to answer what they want, but your Father who is in heaven, he is able to come to your rescue. He is able to carry out his purpose to you. He is able to carry out his purpose to you. He is beyond our greatest prayer. He is beyond our greatest prayer and hope and dream. He is beyond that. He can do it beyond that. Our hope and dream. That's why I conclude by saying, the man who said it was wrong to live by hope, he was wrong. He was wrong, because God can do beyond our dreams and hope. He is able to do that. Just hang on there My brother, just hang on there. My sister, just hang on there, beloved and community of Camp Gilgal TV. Just hang on there. We are in Bethlehem. If there is no bread today, there was bread yesterday. And it means in the future, there will be a bread. Just hang on there. Believe on him, because no matter how great your need may be, God's ability to supply is even greater. Do not forget.